We can reclaim and reshape the future of not just this country, but the world. Fascism is on the rise around the world, right? It's like the axis of evil on steroids powered by the oligarchs.
I gotta march in the streets.
But there are more of us than there are of them.
Hey, it's Jordan with Status Coup.
This is Ashley with Status Coup.
On the ground.
In Philadelphia.
Flint, Michigan. East Palestine, Ohio. Please support the leading independent news outlet on the ground.
Covering what the corporate media covers up.
We're seeing what is happening with the judicial court system. We're seeing what is happening with Congress. We are seeing what is happening with the executive branch at every level of government. And when I tell you our democratic system is under attack, you see it. That's why you're here. The question is, what are we going to do about it in this moment? This is the time that we need to decide which way we're going to go on that crossroads. A lot of us came to this country because we were fleeing a dictatorship. We were fleeing political oppression. We were fleeing the things that brought us here that we celebrate normally on Independence Day. Meanwhile, we have a Congress that has squarely chosen not to side with the people and to side with billionaires. And who's left holding the bag? We are. We just exponentially expanded this country's deficit. Who's going to pay for that? We need you now. Another book I'm going to recommend are Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower and Parable of the Talents. Check it out. Written in the 1990s, they talk about a president whose slogan was Make America Great Again. Talked about wildfires in LA in 2025, written in the 1990s. Check it out.
But you referenced my favorite book, Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. We are here on 4th of July at a protest. Why did you think it was relevant to bring up her work in this moment and recommend that everybody here read some of her work?
So for those who may not be familiar with that book, it is a book that was written in the 1990s by an African-American woman. And two of the things she talked about was a presidential candidate who would take power under the slogan, Make America Great Again. Another thing she talked about was wildfires in Los Angeles in 2025. Coincidence? Maybe. When interviewed about it, she said that it wasn't any kind of inspiration. It was from analyzing patterns. And if we're analyzing patterns, the other book I also recommend people to check out right now is On Tyranny, because we see history repeating itself. The question is, have we learned the lessons last time to go in a different direction? This country is at a crossroads. We stand here representing, celebrating, supposedly, the 4th of July, right, which represents this country's independence. And this country has two heritages. One is of colonialism and the genocide of the indigenous people, followed by the mass human trafficking of Africans to fund their enterprise by enslaving them, right? That is part of the heritage of this country. Those same groups of people have led the fight for true freedom and equality in this country. When we talk about the 4th of July, I can't go without mentioning, What to the Save is the 4th of July by Frederick Douglass. So if you haven't read that, check it out too. The reason I'm bringing up these things right now is to give people some tools that we can use to analyze and make a different decision. We can reclaim and reshape the future of not just this country, but the world. Fascism is on the rise around the world, right? It's like the axis of evil on steroids powered by the oligarchs.
I gotta march in the streets.
But there are more of us than there are of them.
I actually went to Washington, D.C.
And we have a chance to do something different.
Fuck Donald Trump.
That window will be closing in the next couple months, next couple years. But once the imperial boomerang is in full effect,
down here in South Florida. I
And the
love
surveillance
Everglades.
state takes full hold,
see
and
that they erected
robots come here in the way that they
look
want
just
them
like
to come
us
here.
ones.
Support this critically important on-the-ground reporting as a Status Coup member and get great perks. Become a member right here.
Our power
it's
to
hard,
mobilize
man.
will
Like
be
I said, I lost
diminished.
my health insurance.
So I want
also,
people
one out of
to
three
not just, the
Americans
reason I'm
suffer
talking
from
about those books
mental health
is there are
disorders.
lessons to be learned
I
in
can't
terms
even
of
afford my
preparation
medication.
and survival. But it's
if it-
not just
if
a
it
tale
weren't
of
for
doom and
these
gloom, but
Christian
how
fascists, I'd
we
probably
can
just be at
survive.
home smoking
There are
weed.
lessons from
Happy
there.
4th of July. I love you
Beyond
guys.
those
Keep up
lessons,
the good
it's
fight.
time for us as a collective to co-create the world in which we want to live. It doesn't have to be the way that we have it set up. If we think about it, everything we actually need as human beings to survive and thrive are free. Air, water, food, you plant the seeds, you take care of the land, it replenishes. Same thing with the animals. Everything we need was actually free from birth.
Not enough. It's a start.
Somebody came along and convinced us that we needed to pay for all that
One of the
stuff.
reasons that we're here today.
We can recreate a different world. It doesn't have to be what we have right now. And I think people are starting to wake up around the world, and we are the global majority. Make no mistake about it. We just have to wake up and understand our power. The time is now.
We have those tools.
And if you tap in, you don't need anybody to tell you specifically what to do. Get out of that mindset. Get out of the sheep mindset. Get out of the somebody needs to tell me what to do mindset. If you tune in, you know what you need to do. Everybody, we need everybody on deck right now. The artists, you need to be creating. The supporters, you need to be supporting. We need the mutual aid. We need people to build communities. We need people to understand how to have sustainable agriculture, how to plant stuff in your own garden with seeded stuff, not seedless stuff. How do you have a backup plan? How do you protect your documentation? How do you plan for underground railroads? How do you plan for whatever it is that you need to do in this moment to not just ensure your safety, but that of your community? How do you protect the most vulnerable, the disabled, the undocumented? What do you do now? It doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it's quiet. But whatever it is you need to do, now's the time to do it. If you're waiting for permission, you've got it. You are now knighted. It's time. We need you now.
Thank you so much, Representative Joseph. Some very wise words and some really excellent book recommendations. Here's a status page. So go read this book, especially Parable of the Sower. Again, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
All the grievances in this Declaration of Independence, so many are relevant to what is happening right here today. He has refused, talking about the King of Britain, he has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states for that purpose, obstructing the laws of naturalization of foreigners. Concentration camps, ICE migrant concentration camps in the United States of America. Get off of her.
I didn't touch you. A real man don't touch you.
Back up! Why are you back in the state? It's what he wants. Back up! It's so But we're not saying he's the one causing our inconveniences. So one of the last grievances in the Declaration of Independence, he has incited domestic insurrections amongst us. You know this man, every single day he commits impeachable offenses, but he is not even qualified constitutionally to be in that office at all. He is prohibited from the presidency by Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. We are living under an illegal, unconstitutional, invalid presidency. On day one, he committed the gravest act of treason by pardoning several individuals convicted of seditious conspiracy, along with this clown and all of his friends.
Thank you for making it about me. Thank you. It's not about you anymore.
Do you guys know that back in 2016, the last time I was in your beautiful city, Can you believe what I was doing? I was working on the Trump campaign. I was brainwashed by the propaganda of Fox News that gets so many of the good human people, the Venezuelan people, so many people here that flee oppression and dictatorship. I was brainwashed by that same propaganda that makes you think that Trump and his minions are fighting for freedom. What a sick lie they are perpetuating. Isidro Perez came here over 60 years ago fleeing oppression. And this man at 76 years old was detained into an ICE concentration camp where he then died. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? He was the first. There was a Canadian man who died in Miami 2 weeks ago. A Haitian woman who died in ICE custody. When I was here in 2016, I was at an event with Donald Trump in Little Haiti. And I saw him talk to a group, small, intimate group of about 50 people. They were crying. They were pouring out their heart and soul to him. He stood there stoic. He didn't have any emotion. And yet the Haitian community put their trust in him. Over 20% of Haitians, which is a dependable voting bloc for Democrats, voted for Trump in 2016, very likely putting him over the edge here in Florida. And then he goes and ends temporary protective status. He goes and calls them, their country, a shithole country. He goes